Welcome back, YouTube. Alright, this is a special video. I usually don't do videos like this anymore, really, and this is the first time that I think I've shown this, except for a couple pictures on Facebook if you're friends with me. But, okay, first off, don't mind these dirty hands right here. We're trying to sell our house right now. We will be moving soon. This is another reason why I wanted to go ahead and show this, because we'll be taking it down to the wall here soon. And so I have been mulching for about, 10 hours today? And this is after 2 hand washes and a shower. So, yeah, okay, anyways. Alright, folks, here it is. This is the 2012 Reflexxions set that I have been working on. I know you guys have probably seen pieces of this as it's come in, as I've gotten them through the mail. I've shown them on Facebook, and I talk about this set a lot. I've always loved this set. Mrs. Gentle Vader and I have loved this set. We opened 12 boxes of it. And the first shows we went to, TNA shows we went to 3 shows back to back to back, and I got over 30 of them signed. And when I started doing, what's that? What? Okay, excuse me. We got over 30 of them signed, and actually she's probably got more of them signed than I have. So, once we got 30 or 35 of them out of those first 3 shows done, we decided, I don't know, a few weeks later, a couple months later, that how fun would it be if we got the whole set, and we just dove right into it. And I tell you, it's been fun, frustrating, and rewarding, all in the same little bundle there. And we're almost done. We're actually almost done. It's been weird. Some of these we thought were going to be hard or easy, and some that we thought were going to be easy or hard. It's really weird. I don't know how else to explain it. You would think that it would be harder to get Eric Bischoff, Sting, Hulk Hogan. You'd think it would be harder to get these people than it would be to get Scott Steiner or Tracy Brooks, or Shannon Moore, who lives in the same damn state as me. And it's weird, but it's been fun, and it's been fun trying to track these down. And as you guys know, the best part of TTM is doing the work yourself, and how rewarding that is, when you get your collection. So what I want to do is kind of talk about these, a few of them individually. Talk about where I got them, how I got them, and just some of the adventures that we've had. So, all right, the first one we kind of went through, and it's gone through a couple changes on the first from the first iteration that we had, and these are pretty much Mrs. Gentle Vader and I's favorite, wrestlers that we've met, that we've seen, that type of thing. So, and of course, some of the bigger names of these top 5 here. Kurt Angle, the best wrestler of all time, of course, gets a top spot. Hogan has 2 cards in this set, and I actually sent to his beach shop to get them signed. And if you don't know that, you can send anything to Hulk Hogan to the beach shop, and he'll sign it. And he'll even do a video if you want, or still pictures of him signing it, so you know it's legit. The Ric Flair we got in person. Actually, I got a couple of those signed. The Jeff Hardy we got in person. The Sting I actually sent to his manager. It was a couple months of us talking back and forth, but I actually sent a letter to him first, and he responded through email to my letter, and then we talked a little bit, and shout out to Gary. He's a huge Sting fan. He kind of verified them for me. They all kind of distinct different Stings, as we'll see, but he said you should go through this guy to try and get Sting's signature, and I said that's actually who I went through, and he said, dude, they got to be real, that's his manager, and I paid for them, so I'd be very disappointed to find out they're not real. And I'll talk about some of these that I got through the mail and trade and whatever for, because you never know if something's real unless you get it signed right in front of you. I've always said that. So one day maybe I'll get this whole thing verified. It's only going to cost like $1,500. All right, James Storm, always a great signature with the little skinny cursive signatures. Got that one in person. Samoa Joe in person. RVD in person. AJ in person. Actually, this is the second AJ we got. He's a very weird signer as far as how he signs and with what markers. The first couple we got came out streaky, and that's something else I've done about this set. We've actually replaced some of these with better signatures as we've gone along. Of course, Robert Roode there, Austin Aries, fun dude, Eric Young. This dude changes his signature more than anybody I've ever seen. ODB, of course you got Eric Young and ODB together. Gunner, what's that?
I did that.
Yes, she did do that. Gunner, that was a cool one. I've met him, probably 10 times, and he has a couple different signatures, and we tried to pick the best one that we could for this collection, because this is actually the final collection. Mr. Anderson,
My favorite.
Her favorite, Kazarian. Zima Ion, he had one that was a little bit better, but I just think this purple kind of matched him, and I got this at a show, not a TNA show, but a indie show here in North Carolina. Velvet Sky, Rosita, that was actually from a show that she did at my company that I referee for. And then Dixie Carter, this one's through the mail. So this is the only one, well actually there's a couple. Hogan, Sting, and Dixie Carter, and this one are the only ones through the mail.
All the other ones we all got in person.
We all got in person. And like I said, this is our favorite ones. Maybe not the most popular dudes, but just people we've met or, just had a good time meeting them or, some type of special connection with them on that one.
Yep.
After that, they pretty much go in order that we got them, except for the inserts, which we'll get to. After that, they go in order that we got them, not set order, but Devon got that one in person, Madison Rain in person. That was a little later, actually. We met her a couple times, but sometimes at the shows, they sign, sometimes they don't. And then, of course, I was a lot of times backstage with security or, trying to ref TNA. So it's that fine line of professionalism and business on, do I ask these guys for autograph or not? I mean, if you're working a show, you can't ask for autographs. You can't mark out, as they say. Crimson got that one in person. Had a couple that were smudged before. That one came out really nice. Doug Williams got that one in person when he signed, I think it was OVW. He used to work there. Jeremy Borash got that one in person. Robbie E and Miss Tessmacher, once again, they did a signing with the company that I referee for, so got those at the gym, actually, that we trained at. Rob Terry got that one in person. This is another one I got through the mail. I think it was a private address. It wasn't even a TNA address. Matt Morgan got that one in person finally, not the most likable guy to try and get. Jesse Sorensen got that one just, like a month before his accident.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know how you would get anything signed before for him now. Kid Cash got that one from Cubs, man. He's a good dude. I'm actually friends with him on Facebook now. But he was big on fanmail.biz. And he got that at one of the signings. I want to say it was in Tennessee. I don't remember the name of the show. Crossfire. That was the name of that show. Crossfire. And I actually met him, but it was I think it was right before I had the card, so I didn't get it signed. But yeah, I appreciate Cubs for that one. This was another one through the mail. As you see, it's really streaky. This is actually one of them I would love to replace. It's really pretty much that and some of the ones that are signed black on a dark card that I would like to replace. But I sent that one and I paid for it, which is kind of a pain, but, whatever. I'm still happy to have it. Christopher Downs, I think this one was this one through the mail or it was in person? It might have been in person. It was the mail?
Yeah, I don't remember meeting him.
I think we've met him once whenever he was teaming with Kazarian, but I'm not sure if we had a card signed at that time. Magnus, that one was in person. He does a lot of signings when he does do it. Tara, this one is in person. We finally, at one of the last few shows, she was really cool in person.
She was really cool.
Hernandez with the Super Mex inscriptions. A lot of these you'll see aren't personalized and they don't have inscriptions. Usually I don't ask for that because I'm just so happy to have the damn card signed. Abyss, but of course signed as Joe Park because he said, well, I can't sign the card. I can't, forge a signature. I was like, dude, whatever, just fucking sign the card. I would like to actually have that one with an Abyss signature. Would be cool. Mickey James. Where did we get this one at?
We saw her somewhere.
Oh, okay, so we saw her at a show. Funny story behind this one. Mrs. Gentlevado drove really far to try and get her at a baseball game one time and just missed her. I mean, a really far drive. Sacrificed a lot of time and missed out. So it was really nice of her to get that and try it.
The arena was so big I couldn't find her.
Yeah. Anthony Neese. I sent somewhere in New Jersey for this one and got it back. Really scribbly autograph. But once again, I'm just happy to get it back. Don't know if it's real. Maybe one day we'll find out. Eric Bischoff, holy shit, who would have thought this one would have came back, but it did. I sent to his talent agency, him and, oh my gosh, what is that dude's name from the Wonder Years? I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Jason Hervey, that's what it is, Hervey Bischoff Talent Agency, and I believe it's in California. I sent that, on a whim, not thinking I was going to get it back, and I'll be damned, it came back, and it came back pretty quickly, if I remember, like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And there was a note from the secretary in there who said, he usually doesn't sign, but he just happened to be walking by and walked into the office right by my desk as I was opening your letter. So I stopped him, had him sign it, and that came back. It blew my mind. I don't know if anybody else gets them or not, but once again, it's fun to do your own homework to get things like that. So it's rewarding. Jeff and Karen Jarrett. I want to say it was in Mississippi. It was at a casino. I saw that both of them were on a show. And there was this guy that was really, really hyping the show. I don't know if he's a promoter or booker. But I happened to ask him if, he could get the Jeff and Karen Jarrett signed for me. And Jeff Jarrett has quite a few cards, and Karen Jarrett has 2 cards in this set. I think Jeff has 4 or 5. I think it's 4. I asked if I could send, and he said, "Sure, man, no problem." And I said, "Well, how much would it cost?" He's like, "Well, I don't want to tell you a price in case I can't get them. Send them, and if I can, then we'll talk about it later." I was like, "Okay, sounds like a plan." So I remember it was a couple months ahead of time, but I waited, till a week or 2 before the show, sent them to him. He verified he got the cards, and then I just crossed my fingers. They do shows, but trying to get them, especially through the mail, and they weren't in my area, it was tough. So when he finally said yes, I sent off the cards, and I remember I was anxious too. It was a couple days after the show, and I sent him a message. It was like 2 or 3 days after, and I asked him if he happened to get them signed. He said he sure did. I was like, yes. So then I waited a little bit, and they finally did come back. I was so happy. And as a matter of fact, there was a note in there, and I think Jeff and Karen had both signed it. And they said, thank you for your service. We appreciate it. And he wanted me to know that all the guys in the locker room said thank you for your service. I don't remember saying anything about being in the Army to this guy, but maybe it's because we were friends on Facebook and I post Army stuff on there. So it was awesome. And of course they didn't charge me anything for it. So it was just cool. And you can tell that these are real. I mean, just by looking at them. I mean, you have certified dogs you can compare them to, and they're just so distinct that it's one of those things I know it's real. The story that I have with them and the guy, really, really cool. I even sent him a thank you letter thanking him for it. It's just awesome. Bully Ray, when he would finally join Aces and Eights, him and Devon signed together when they were teaming together, and somebody else was there too. I can't remember, but they all had the heel table going on. So, and that one just came out beautiful looking. He does sign through the mail. It takes a little bit, but he does sign through the mail. All right, Anarchia. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Taz, Mike Tenay, Christy Hemme, Sarita, and I don't know if Jesse Neal or not. But these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think the rest of Christy Hemme's cards I got from a guy named Jacob on Facebook. I don't remember where I met him first. Well, I say met him. Where I first, got acquainted with him. I don't know if it was through fan mail or blowout cards or forums or YouTube, wherever it was. But this guy has one of the most amazing wrestling collections that I've ever seen. And trying to get freaking Anarchia or Mike Tenay or Taz is extremely difficult. I was having trouble with these guys and I was stuck on them for a long time. But I think I ended up getting a total of 10 cards from them if I remember right. So, and shortly after that, I got Christy Hemme back in the mail. And I had sent to her, as a matter of fact, I think I got 2 different sets that I had sent her all at one time. So right after that trade. So I kind of mixed and matched on the cards. I'll show those later on which autographs I liked better or which ones showed up a little bit better. So they're not even from the same signing. I've seen her a couple times in person, but I'm usually sitting next to her, like ringing the bell or helping out ringside. So it's very awkward to say, "Hey, can you sign these while you're working?" Once again, you gotta, you're treading a line when you do that. That I don't want to cross it. Jesse Neal, I think I might have gotten one of these. No, I got this from somebody else. That's what it was. I got Jesse Neal from a guy in Florida who had met him a couple times. But I think later on, I eventually did get him ended up getting him in the mail. So I got, a little bit one that looked a little bit better. I did a show with him, but for some reason I didn't bring a card. I don't know if I didn't think about it, but that was a rough show altogether. So that's a whole other video. Garrett Bischoff, met him in person. Why he's so last on this list, I don't know.
He was in the front.
Oh, he was on the front, and then he got bumped out for somebody. That's right. Winter, never met her. She had left TNA before we had a chance to get her, but I got her through the mail. I got her a couple times actually, and this is one that Mrs. Gentle Vader. What's up? You're at 5. We got 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes remaining, or we're at 5 minutes.
5 minutes remaining.
Okay, cool. I got 5 minutes. So I'm gonna try to speed this up.
I was trying to be cool about it.
It's cool. Okay, sorry. Mr. Gentle Vader voted me out for this one. She actually had one that was signed in silver that I liked better, but Mr. Gentle Vader said this one looked better, so I put that one in there.
Don't even remember that.
Anyways, I've never met her, but she does sign through the mail, through her whatever manager. Mark Haskins. All right, this guy I thought would take me forever, but he actually had a website, and I sent through the website, sent him a couple bucks, and he signed it. Once again, this is one of those, it's hard to verify if it's real or not, and it came all the way from England. Gail Kim, she must have gotten bumped too. We have met her, and yeah, whatever.
Show in Raleigh.
Yep, show in Raleigh, that's right. Scott Steiner, this is another one I sent to somebody who was doing a show, and I actually tried to send to some other guy up north. I wish I could remember the show, because dude actually took my money and took my card, so I was extremely disappointed. I didn't hear anything back. And then he canceled on 2 shows, and there was a show he was doing locally here that I happened to be doing something Army-wise that kept me from going to the show, which was a pain in the butt. But anyway, so I finally got that one from a guy who was doing a show. They look fishy, but Scott Steiner always has a fishy type of autograph, so one of those I'd love to get verified. Tracy Brooks, finally I contacted her through eBay, sent her a couple cards, she signed them for a fee, which is not that big of a deal. Shannon Moore, oh my gosh, this one took me forever. I don't even know where I finally got that one. Oh, a buddy of mine did a show, a huge show actually. He went to, oh man, what is the name of that show? I can't remember. I'll think of it probably. But a huge show here in North Carolina that they do once a year now. And he was there and he got it for me. WrestleCade, that's what it is, yeah. WrestleCade. Huh?
I thought it was
WrestleCade, that's right. I couldn't make that one for some reason. I was going to go to it because I knew he was going to be there. And he's flaked so many times on damn shows too. Oh man, one of those frustrating deals.
Every time we thought we'd get him, and then we didn't.
Angelina Love, that was another one kind of in the Tracy Brooks category that I talked to her on Facebook. She sent me a card, sent me 2 cards actually. Both of them got bent up. I asked if I could send them again. She did, and of course it was one of those paid deals. So she said, yeah, just send them back and I'll replace them and come back. I actually think I like the signature on the ones that were bent up better, but once again, this is one of those things that we take in so much time, it's got to be right. Alright, now these are inserts. I'm just going to rush these really quickly. A couple of these you can see the Ric Flair there and the Sting are kind of dark. I would love to get those replaced. Gary, sorry about that still if you watch this video. I know that's one of the parallels he needs. If I would have known that, I would have not got that one signed and got the base ones. And you can see some of these are the actually Reflexxions parallels or the number parallels. I never thought about that. I just thought, holy crap, this card looks cool, let's get it signed. Christy Hemme there. To see that one in the gold autograph, it's different from her base card, which I have in black. I got that one through the mail, and I just like the signature. Jeff Jarrett, once again, I love that. I'm not even going to try and get it replaced. Velvet Sky in person, Mr. Anderson, Gail Kim, Scott Steiner, and Tracy Brooks has 2 or 3 cards. No, she has a lot more. I can't remember. Maybe she only
had a lot.
She had a lot, yeah. This is one of those I got through eBay. It was way worth it. Jeff Hardy seen him 1 billion times in person. He's got some really cool cards.
He's amazing, though. Amazing guy.
Dixie Carter, that's her other card she's got in this set. That Sting, once again, and the Ric Flair are dark on dark. I'd love to get those replaced, but it really is not worth the price to try and get them at a show somewhere. Ric Flair, if I see him again, I'll replace that one. You know, he just, I got to, you know. I mean, with this set coming in. How much time we got?
50 seconds.
Alright, hey, we're going to take a break and start this one over again and finish this one. Okay, yeah, sorry, I think we're talking about Ric Flair. I would actually pay to get those with a gold or silver on the black, just because this set's amazing, and I would love. I got those in person. He's easy to get in person. He does shows all the time. It'd be awesome to replace.
You can't even find his signature.
Yeah, you can. It's right here. It goes across his jacket. You can see it a little bit there. But yeah, it is even in person. It's hard to find on some of those. Jeff Jarrett looks beautiful. Scott Steiner looks beautiful. Jeff Hardy looks beautiful. Mr. Anderson looks beautiful. Bill Sky beautiful. Christy Hemme, of course, I love these white backgrounds. Whatever you sign on, it's going to come out really cool. Christy Hemme, Gail Kim there. There's the other Karen Jarrett. It's a little bit dark, but you can see it. Tracy Brooks, Madison Rain. I can't remember how many cards Brooke Tessmacher has, but that was another one we got in person. The other Hulk Hogan, those came out amazing. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, we love those. And you know, it's one of those deals that looking at it, you pay for it through the beat shop. It's awesome. Sting, that's another one that's a little bit dark on the parallel there. Kurt Angle, beautiful. Crimson, once again, awesome. I'm glad he had a couple of cards in that set. Jeff Hardy there, the other Sting. Christy Hemme. That Ric Flair actually looks pretty good. No complaints on that one.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson there. And then a Velvet Sky on a parallel. Another Scott Steiner looking pretty good. A little smeary. And like I said, it's just weird. His autographs are so weird anyways, you know, how they scribble together like that. I'd love to meet him in person just to verify that all those would be real. Gail Kim there. And then a kind of a dark Jeff Jarrett, but once again, not the easiest guy to find. Some of these, if I ever met him again, I might replace. And then we went ahead and put the Reflexxions checklist up there just to fill that 100th spot. But we'll go back to this hole right here for a second. I'm sure you guys saw that. That's Brian Kendrick, who runs the Santino Brothers Gym in California. Now, I will tell you that one reason I wanted to do this is, you know, I already went through it. We're about to move and take these down. I've never shown them off on YouTube. But also, I just happened to get a new address for Brian Kendrick. So I'm actually going to dig the cards out probably tonight or tomorrow and get that ready to get sent off. I'm ready for that card and that hole to get filled. So annoying to be almost done. But that's it, folks. I just want to show that. I know that's a long video. If you stuck with it, thank you. I appreciate it. But this is, you know, we always have all these cards. I don't know how you guys display them. But we have cards, you know, sitting in boxes in the closet. I got a bunch of them in here. But I started kind of putting them in these frames. I probably got about another 5 or 6 of these. I want to do my 2004 Reflection set, my Platinum set. I mean, I've got so many things, you know. If I ever do get like a man cave or a room like that, it'd be really cool, you know. I think this is a good way to display them right here. And, of course, all this might change anyways. When I do plan, I guess whenever I'm a millionaire, to get all these authenticated, you know, to get them in PSA or you know, BGS, you know, just to show the validity of it and have the story, you know, for them. So, all right, YouTube, thanks. I know this is a long video. If you stuck with it, once again, thank you. I appreciate it. Gentle Vader out.
Bye.